Hello everybody, my name is Algum, and welcome back to Deathmark 2. Previously, we learned a little bit more about the departed, which led to us getting possessed by them, and now we have to hope that we don't go to jail. Wait, but... Okay, so we can buy that, but there's nothing we can trade the souls for, so what's the point of having these? You know what's gonna happen? It's gonna be like Avengers, right? All of our partners, everyone from Deathmark, are all gonna come here to help us. And then they'll be bringing a bunch of new objects. And speaking of, the Black Madonna Medal. A shining black coin stored in a leather bag, with a Celtic cross on it. Supposedly able to grant wishes with the powers of the Virgin Mary. Plus 20% to execution rate, yes. This is no time for lollygagging. When I enter the faculty room, Mr. Kanoe is there with an exhausted look on his face. There's a spirit clinging to his back, though he doesn't seem to notice it either. You finally arrived. Is that thing going to be looking at me the entire time? Let's get on with it already. My body's feeling even more leaden than it was yesterday. I do recall that he mentioned feeling worn down yesterday as well. If this fatigue is being caused by these vengeful spirits, that means that he may have already been possessed back then. Does the fact that I can see these spirits mean that the departed is getting even stronger? What's wrong? You seem like you're not quite looking at me. No, it's nothing. There are things he's better off not knowing. I'll just keep quiet about this and not alert him to any more than he needs to know. So what's this about Kinukawa? Oh, right. She left the dorm yesterday and hasn't returned. Do you happen to know anything about that? I made a promise to Dorio, but I don't want to lie to Kanoe either, which means I can only remain silent. Alright. Just remember, if you cause some sort of incident, it will reflect poorly upon me as well, since I'm the one who hired you. But this is a matter of the student's safety we're talking about here. If you're hiding something from me, I won't forgive you. Okay. Should I be honest with him since it involves Michio's safety? Even if I was, though, it's too late already. Telling him won't help anyone's safety. If you truly don't know anything about it, then we'll handle it from here. I suppose we should contact her family. These types of situations are, frankly, a struggle without Sakamoto around to handle them. Is Miss Sakamoto not here today? Yes, and she didn't even call in. It's very unlike her. I wouldn't say anything if she just weren't feeling well. Everyone falls ill sometimes. But her absence has been troubling me since I found this thing on my desk. Here, read it. He hands me 5 sheets of paper bundled together with a paperclip. It looks like a write-up to me. As soon as I read the first page, I groan. This is basically a formalized complaint against Kazuo Yashiki, the temporary teacher. The paper is a laundry list of reasons why I'm unfit to be a teacher at this hallowed institution. And to no one's surprise, my unnatural close relationship with 2 members of the student council is the primary concern. Who cares about all that? Read the last page. What's this now? The 5th page is different from the others. The other pages were written with a stern, diligent hand, but this page is inked with sloppy, disconcerting handwriting. The voices keep ringing in my mind. I keep calling and calling, and they don't stop. I will soon die. Die. There's only one way to save my life. Go to the small room deep in the darkness. Goodness, at long last. Fox Mushigami Kabigami. Fox Mushigami Kabigami. Fox Mushigami Kabigami. What the hell is this? Mushigami and Kabigami. It's the names of the two gods mentioned in the old M-Town notebook. This can't be a coincidence. How could Sakamoto have written this? A voice echoing in their head, guiding them a step closer to death. It reminds me of something. That's right. Izumi said something similar before he died. But it's too late now. I messed up. The departed hates me. I keep hearing a voice saying die in my head. I've got no frickin' time left. I don't want to die. I'll definitely kill Hanako at the music room. Perhaps Sakamoto is also being targeted by the departed. But why would Sakamoto? Why, you're asking? Don't you even realize it? You keep asking why, always why? Isn't it your entire job to investigate that? It's because of your slowness and incompetence that we have these mounting casualties. Mr. Konoe raises his voice and glowers at me. Such a normally mild-mannered person lashing out that much. Is this because of the curse, or is he just that stressed? People's lives are at stake here. We've had enough students perish already. Don't use your unprofessionalism as an excuse. Results are all that matter. It's entirely your fault that things have turned out this way. Have I made myself clear, Yashiki? Right. I'm stunned speechless myself. Mr. Konoe lets out a sigh and his shoulders droop. My grandfather founded this school. I must protect it. I've been working so hard to do that. My heart feels like it's breaking now. Mr. Konoe, the only thing I desire now is your report telling me that this case has been resolved. I don't want to fritter away any more time having this conversation. You're dismissed, Yashiki. The school will be closing shortly. All students, please promptly vacate the school grounds for today. As much as I want to inspect the clock tower, the door's locked in the evening. I'll wait in the infirmary until the sun sets. I go back into the infirmary and wait until nightfall. It's time to head out. Will the door to the clock tower be open? A knock. Who's here at this hour? Mr. Yashiki. Doria enters the room, a spirit clinging to her back. That wasn't there back at Kujo Mansion. Did it appear once she came to Konohara Academy? Or is it because of the time? Our mysteries are piling up, and none of them are being solved. Are you here, Dorio? I snuck in, since I thought you'd be the only one here at this time. I'm a real delinquent now. Why did you come here? You're going to go to the clock tower, right? I'll tag along. No, I can't let you. I'm not going to have a repeat of what happened to Michiho. I didn't ask for your permission. I'm tagging along whether you like it or not. This incident isn't just about you. It's also affecting me. Dorio. Am I going to have to look at that creepy thing on your back the entire time? We're going to the clock tower, right? Yeah, but there's something I need to check first. How are you feeling, Dorio? My body feels somewhat heavy. Maybe it's from lack of sleep? But it's fine, I can go. I'll make sure I won't hold you back. Fine. Don't push yourself too hard, though. Let's keep quiet about the vengeful spirit. It's not like we can do anything about it anyway. I don't like that I have to look at that thing. What's wrong, Dorio? Oh, no. Being here reminds me of Michiho. I was being insensitive. I'm sorry. No, it's all the departed's fault. Let's just continue with the investigation. Thank goodness the teachers aren't here. I skipped school today. It'd be bad news if someone sees me. Is that your main concern? Isn't it a bigger problem that you snuck onto the school grounds at night? Oh yeah, you have a point. Since I've been coming to school at night so often, I totally forgot that was an issue. It's been a while since I last came here. I came to this place a lot during my first year, before I joined student council. Do you like books, Dorio? Yes, I used to read a lot whenever I had free time. I don't really have any other hobbies. That's why I'm jealous of Michiho. She always has something she's obsessed with. Interesting, you have nothing to say about this. Speaking of, what are your stats? And also, what's your thing? Himiko's favorite book, written by a literary legend, can be commonly found at used bookstores. She prefers the feel of the old book to a newer edition. +2 into intelligence, bought a used bookstore. Wow, you have about the same stat line as mine. If it wasn't for the notice, Michiho would. The whole school feels like it's suffocating recently. Everyone's scared of the departed. I can feel it. Aww. The light illuminating the ground is reflecting off of something. I bend over and pick it up. It's a Neri tooth. Massive statue of the Guardian Fox stands here. Really? Nothing. Interesting. So I find myself here once again. A clock tower with a clock that has stopped moving. Inside this tower, Michiho is. Let's go, Mr. Yashiki. Yeah. The door is half opened. That means we can go inside. Makes me feel like this is the departed's work. Are you sure about this, Dorio? I can hear the sounds of Dorio trying to steel herself. What's going through her mind right now? tension? Or is it fear? In any case, her gaze is fixed forward. I'm ready. Alright, let's go. Ugh. There's no trace of Michio's corpse in the clock tower. There's nothing left on the floor. There's neither traces of blood nor the giant insects. Mr. Yashiki? I knew it. The departed disposed of her corpse. I guess so, yeah. Michio. Stumbling on her feet, Dorio walks towards the area where Michio collapsed. She then turns around to me and begins to speak. Michio was the best friend I ever had. She might have seemed selfish to you, but she was actually a really caring person. Even when she decided to be the student council vice president, she only did it to help me out. She didn't even really want to be a student council member. Were you two friends for a long time? Yes, we were friends even before we entered kindergarten. Our parents are close. Both of us are only children, so we became friends quickly. Because both of us wanted to have siblings, we often played sisters. I'd play the stubborn, fussy older sister, while she'd play the sloppy, yet kind younger sister. She continues rambling until her voice gradually fades. I bet even Dorio herself has no idea what she's saying right now. It's not the time for action. It's the time to just be there for her and listen, and nod silently. I shared everything with Michio. My hobbies, future dreams, the troubles I hid from other people, even my crush. Listen to me, Mr. Yashiki. Michio loved you. What? Did you realize her feelings? No way! I didn't. Vaguely. I knew it. She's usually pretty direct when it comes to showing her feelings. It's only been a few weeks since we first met. Time is irrelevant. It's all about the event that made her fall for you. What event? Didn't you compliment her hair before? She believed it was fate that there was someone who could see our curse other than the two of us. But I'm a teacher, and she's a student. And same thing with you, Dorio. I'm just gonna let you know that right now. So, you think that's weird? Yeah, it's not very common. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. 5 years ago at this school, there was a tragic love story between a teacher and his students. She must be referring to Rei Kashima and Sosuke Hirose from the art club. She probably heard about it from Michio. Love can bloom regardless of your situation. It doesn't matter whether the love is accepted or not. Love, huh? I might be insensitive at times, but I think I understand the kind of love Dorio is talking about. It's a feeling young girls often consider precious. However, I am an adult and a teacher, albeit a temporary one. Though they might think they have adult feelings, Michio and Dorio are children at the end of the day. It's my responsibility to keep them that way. I can't accept those feelings, Dorio. Is that so? I'm relieved to hear that. You're still the same as ever. A teacher who harbors romantic feelings for their student is the worst. Dorio gives me a mischievous smile. Was this some kind of test? It's not like I want you to accept her feelings. I just want you to recognize Michiho's love. I think that's what she'd want too. Dorio. Her love remained a bud until the end. It never had a chance to bloom. But now that you finally realize her feelings, I believe maybe her soul can rest a bit easier. Thank you, Mr. Yashiki. What are we going to do now? Find out who the departed is, obviously. In order to do that, we need to decipher the old book we found here. So let's go back to the infirmary. I'm sure we can decipher it if we both give it our best. It's not like we have a choice anyway. However, even with the both of us, it'll take some time to decipher the content of the book. I wish there was a better way to do this. Before that, we have to explore. By the way, Dorio, you said you and Michiho saw an altar where the doll was placed in the clock tower, right? But I don't see an altar anywhere. Yes, I'm surprised myself. There was definitely an altar when we came here. This is strange. Were they hallucinating or something? I don't think that's the case because the altar was also mentioned in the school newspaper. It's absurd to think they were all hallucinating. In that case, it may have been something caused by the departed. No one knows which is the real clock tower. The clock tower we're in now, or the one you saw before with the altar. Okay, inspect the box. Large wooden box. I use the item in here too. Mr. Yashiki, you have to focus on your investigation or else we will fail. Yeah, I know. I'm just really exhausted. There's a small item lying in the corner of the box. You know why I'm exhausted? Because I just spent 20 minutes playing this part. It got an eerie tooth. And then I realized I accidentally stopped recording. So I have to go through all of this again. And by the way, there was an eerie tooth in here, so... Hey, Yashiki. A familiar voice greets me when I enter the infirmary. So you're actually here, huh? Credit where credit is due. You're right, hag. Haha, you can always trust my intuition. Mashita, Yasuoka. I called Kujo Mansion, but no one answered. I got worried, Yashiki. You really caused this trouble. I can see spirits on their backs too. Are these spirits attaching themselves to everyone who enters school grounds? Not just those who attend Konohara Academy? Judging by the awful look on your face, something must have happened. Spill it, now. Sorry. About that. Don't do that, Mr. Yashiki. If you tell them, You must be Dorio, the student council president. Please, trust us. Yashiki is our friend. We won't betray him. Yashiki is already a jumbled pile of misdemeanors. Trespassing, theft, traffic violations, some more theft. I can't count them all on my fingers. I'm not gonna be surprised by anything that comes out of his darn mouth. So stop wasting my time and spit it out already. Well, you will be surprised by what I tell next. Fine, I'll talk. I want to bring an end to this case no matter what it costs me, and I need your help. I told them everything that happened last night, and I don't hide a single thing. The Departed's Wrath, the old book we found at the clock tower. The fact that I killed Michiho, Dorio helping me out, and the spirits I've been seeing on everyone since this morning. You must be kidding me. To think you'd kill someone. Don't blame him for that. He was controlled by the Departed. Insanity or not, murder is still murder. Article 199. A person who kills another person is punished by the death penalty, or life imprisonment, or for a definite term of no less than 5 years. I'd slap the cuffs on you myself if I had him with me. Yeah, I can see that. Let me just say one thing. The law only applies if the victim is human. What do you mean by that? Oh, come on, stop playing dumb. You know damn well what I mean. There's a definite chance Michio Kinukawa was the Departed. What are you going on about now? There's no way Michiho was... You think there's no way? She seems pretty suspicious to me. Doesn't her unnatural detachment and affection for you remind you of the Departed? Please stop. How dare you talk about her love like that? You better watch your mouth too, Himiko Dorio. You're also a suspect. Both of you have something in common with the way you approach Yashiki. Enough! You're being so cruel. Dorio glares at Mashita, her shoulders trembling. She's going to lunge at him at any moment now. That's enough, Mashita. I understand why you're suspicious of them, but she's just a kid. Yoshiki, here's my suggestion for you. Investigate Michio Kinukawa. Determine whether or not she really was the Departed. But Michio's already. Even if her corpse is gone, the evidence remains. Search her room. You might find clues about the Departed there. Where did she live? The dormitory near the school. She's in the same dorm as you, right? Yes. It's a good thing we have someone who knows about the dorm with us. Will you help us out? Mr. Yoshiki, are you telling me you suspect Michiho? Yes. Sorry, because we don't know who the Departed is yet. We have to check every lead. Understood. I'll cooperate since I believe she's innocent. Thanks, Dorio. Hey, Yashiki. You mentioned seeing vengeful spirits? Yes, in fact, there's also one on your back. I guess that must be why I've been feeling weird ever since yesterday. I wonder if the reason only you can see them is because you're the Departed to groom. What are they, anyway? The embodiment of the Departed's cursed, most likely. Might be a result of their transformation, like the Red Knights in the school. Perhaps they all look the same because they were born from the same curse. It's not totally impossible, though the fact that the spirits are part human, part insect, definitely raises some questions. Considering one of the Japanese characters composing the name Lord Mushigami means insect, I wonder if there's a connection. The deities of M-Town and the Departed, they really might be connected in some way. What will happen if we just let them be? I don't know for certain, but I have a prediction. Those who are possessed by the spirits will grow progressively weaker before they eventually die. I've witnessed it several times. No way. So everyone will die at this rate? Is there anything we can do to avoid it? Considering the number of the spirits, performing an exorcism is out of the question. Our only hope now is to exterminate the leader of the spirits, the departed. They're the cause of this disaster. Once they're gone, everything will go back to normal. Things have gone from worse to horrible at blazing speed. The damage has spread. But our mission remains unchanged. There's something I'd like to ask you, Yasuoka. I take the old book from my bag. Can you help us decipher this book? It's a book about M Town, a formerly inhabited area near here. Maybe it can also tell us something about the departed. Can you read it? You're really well versed in these sorts of things. Sure, I'll do my best. I'll try to decipher as much of this book as I can until you all return. Shall we head over to the student dormitory? It's just across from the bus stop in front of the school. Alright. I hope Kinukawa's not the departed. You believe in her, right, Yashiki? That reminds me, I brought new sacred objects. Trade, I want the notebook. This is what I got last time. That's right. And then we go to the bus stop, and there's going to be an eerie teeth here. Eerie tooth. I wish they'd clean this place. Huh? What's that? Dorio seems to have noticed something. There's something on the ground, near the bench. I pick it up. It's an eerie tooth. You know, these really are the departed's teeth. That is like... why? Why are they in the areas that they are? We go along the road and finally reach the dorm. But the front door is locked. Not surprising, given that it's already past curfew. The back door might be open. The dorm manager is a bit sloppy sometimes. She often forgets to lock the door. Dorio is right. The back door is open. See? I told you. We'll be in trouble if we get caught. Let's hurry. Hopefully no one else knows about this, because... Fortunately for us, the dorm entrance is empty when we get there. Ah, thank goodness the manager isn't here. I thought she'd stay behind with Michio's disappearance and all. Looks like she went home at her regular time. Wow, what a loyal employee. Shall we look for the key to Michio's room? The manager has a duplicate, so we'll be fine as long as we find that. Alright.
Yoshi.
Row of mailboxes. Based off of the number of mailboxes I see, this dormitory is quite big.
Yoshi.
There's an elevator in front of me. It's not a very big one. Probably can only fit 4 or 5 people tops. Michio's room is on the 4th floor, but we're going to need to find the duplicate key to her room. Yeah, I have bad memories of elevators.
Yoshi.
I remember all those spiders. There are stairs, though all that lies ahead is darkness. This building has an elevator. I better make use of it and announce to the entire world that I am in this dormitory. This is the administration office, where the dorm manager works. The key should be around here. Please wait a minute. I'll take a look. Dorio enters the administration room. I'm the only one in the entrance now. This is bad. If a student happens to come in at this moment, I'm not going to have a good explanation. Not only did I barge in here without permission, but this is a female dormitory. There's no justification for me being here. Come on, get back here soon. My impatience is starting to grow. But then Dorio appears, granting my wish. In her hand is a key with a label attached. Found it. This is the key to Michiho's room. So it was that easy to find, huh? This dorm sure is unsafe. Easy access to keys, and the back door isn't even locked. The key was in a sturdy case with a combination lock. I only know the combination because Michiho told me. Why did Michiho know it? She snooped on the manager once when she was entering it and memorized it. She didn't intend to do anything bad with it, though. Probably. Oh, goodness. This should get us into Michiho's room. Her room is on the 4th floor. Let's take the elevator. This is the admin office.
Yoshi.
There's an elevator in front of me. It's not a very big one. Probably can only fit 4 or 5 people tops. Okay, let's go to the 4th floor. Once we arrive on the 4th floor, I let Dorio lead us down the hallway. We've come to a stop in front of the door with the number 402 on it. This is Michiho's room. The moment Dorio opens the door, I duck into the room. I turn on the light to reveal the whole room. There's a lot of frogs. Is this a single room? I only see one bed here. I just sort of assumed you'd be sharing a room since this is a student dormitory. It's not really common, but yes, all the rooms here are single rooms. Well, now that I know this room only has a single occupant, that means that anything I see here is a reflection of Michiho's personality. This doesn't look like a room that a terrifying spirits like the departed would live in. I'm going to see what I can find. Just wait here. I shall leave the investigation to you. Frog.
これは
Aside from the small frog decorations, there's also a plastic fish tank on the shelf. Inside the tank is a dead frog. Because it died on top of a dry stone, its body is completely shriveled up. It's bone dry. Bring the little one. Frog drives away bugs. A whisper suddenly invades my mind. This isn't the first time I've experienced this. A strange voice is speaking to me. Bring the little one. Frog drives away bugs. Are they telling me to bring this dead frog somewhere? For what reason? I wonder to myself. But the voice in my head never gives me an answer. Sitting here and waiting for an answer will get me nowhere. What I need to do is make a decision. And I've always chosen to follow the guidance of the Spirit's whisper. Who knows? Maybe this frog has some kind of spiritual power. Me and my spirit froggy shall defeat the departed. I'll just chuck it at it. Which, speaking of, I mean, I think this room is kind of a dead giveaway. I mean, would a bug lover really have all this frog stuff? There's a frog-shaped board hanging on the wall. I find 2 notes on it. One is a note about raising a frog, and the other is about her summer vacation plans. August 8th, school day. Go to the clock tower with Hime. That must have been the day when she and Dorio discovered the female doll in the clock tower. Yeah, I kind of have my suspicion. It's a small refrigerator for a single person. There are a few bottles of soda inside.
これは
A mattress sits atop a typical pipe bed frame, and there's a stuffed frog doll sitting by the pillow. She only has a light blanket on the bed. Does she not get cold at night? There's a large poster of a loving frog mom and her frog child.
これは
There's a thin layer of dust on the desk, along with a notebook. Froggy Log 3 is written on the cover. As the title suggests, the notebook is all about a frog it seems she was caring for. I see a lot of enthusiastic praise inside. Things like, "Oh my god, so cute!" or "true beauty." There are also some cute drawings that convey her affection toward her pet amphibian. But with no dates mentioned in the entries, it's hard to guess when she wrote these. Other than that, there are a lot of notes about her frog's food. She fed it either crickets, flies, or earthworms, trying to learn what the frog liked the most. Furthermore, she happily noted how the frog would eat the insects.
これは
A calendar with a frog drawing is hanging on the wall. It's already October, but the calendar's remained on the August. Her dresser is most likely filled with clothing. There's a stuffed frog doll on the top. Should I check her drawers too just in case? I hesitate a bit, but then I realize there are bigger issues than decorum at play here. Inside the drawer are Michio's casual clothes. These clothes reveal that she didn't appear to care overly much about fashion, as some of the clothes are very similar to one another. I also inspect the backs just to be sure, but I don't find anything hidden on them. When I close the drawers, something falls to the ground. I pick it up. It's an eerie tooth. Moe said lost souls are often seen in places near spiritual disorders. So why is this thing here then? It's rather curious to find it here, though it's too early to use this as evidence against Michiho. Even if this storm is cursed, we can't just assume that Michiho was the cause of it. That concludes my inspection. Did you learn anything, Mr. Yashiki? Yeah, a lot. Huh? Just what did you learn? The resident loves frogs. The owner of this room loves frogs. The stuffed dolls, fish tank, and the poster. This place is stuffed to the gills with frogs. That seems like something quite important. Mr. Yashiki, why would that be important? How do I say it? It's hard to explain, but I just kinda feel it. Oh, alright. Judging by the way she's staring at me, I don't think she's very convinced. The Michio I know loves bugs, but the owner of this room clearly loves frogs. Additionally, from what she wrote in her notebook, she only considers bugs to be food for her frog. That's a pretty drastic change in personality, don't you think? Well, true, but she's always been a fickle person. Her preferences change every once in a while. Last year she was really into video games, and before that she was obsessed with puzzles. So honestly, it doesn't seem all that weird. Answer me, Dorio. When did Michiho start liking bugs? It was around the end of August, when our summer break ended. There's no sign of life in this room. There's a layer of dust on the desk, and she neglected the frog she'd been raising. Furthermore, the calendar's in August, almost as if time has stopped here. But Michiho came back here every day. She might have returned here, but I honestly doubt that she spent her time here as a human. Oh my god. Time in this room stopped in August, the same time as her dramatic change in preferences. That can't be a coincidence in my book. Something must have happened to Michiho around that time. She'd turned into a different person after that point. But is person even the right word here? You know what? Let's just play the game, okay? I just had a mind-blowing revelation, I think. Mr. Yashiki, are you saying that this room hasn't changed in a long time and Michiho suddenly changed her interests because she'd become the departed? That's right. You must be joking. Michiho's the departed? No, it can't be. Dorio protests frantically. I understand her feelings, I truly do. But Michiho really had changed since the end of August. That means when we first met at school that night, she was already... For the entire time I've known Michiho, she was the departed. The departed is a spirit. Spirits are already dead. Putting it that way, the Michiho from that time... Mr. Yashiki? If the Michiho we knew recently was the departed, what about the real Michiho? It's not hard to imagine. The departed replaced the real Michiho. Both of them wouldn't have been able to exist at the same time, so... I'm sure she was killed months ago. This can't be real. But consider this. When they met the doll had the departed in it, but they swapped places. And that's why the doll is sentient, and that's why there was no mention of the doll moving before then. Eh? I think that's a good theory. Our business here is done. We've learned what we wanted to know. Or rather, we learned what we didn't want to know. God, that is... If that's the twist, excellent twist. Ever since leaving the dorm, Dorio's had a blank look on her face. I can't blame her. She just lost her best friend a second time, but she's got no tears left to cry at this point. You okay? Yes. A short, hollow response. She looks so pale, I'm worried that she might just collapse. Let's head back to the infirmary. We need to share this information with the others. Mashita and Yasuoka are waiting for me. I better report our findings with them. You're finally here. What did you find? I tell them the information I learned from the student dormitory. Knew it. Michio Kenokawa is the departed. And now the whole murder in the clock tower is also cleared up. That was just another one of the departed's tricks. Kenokawa manipulated you into thinking you killed her. But why? Probably to destroy your mind with fear. She wanted to drive you insane. Maybe you being insane is one of the departed's marriage requirements. You're thinking like an insane bride deserves an insane groom? It makes some sense. Killing a student who's in love with you. That certainly would be something that could drive a person mad. My mind would have been shattered had Dorio not shown up that day. Say, Dorio, is the whole avenge Michio for me promise I made with you still intact? This doesn't change the fact that the departed still harmed Michio. Alright, I'll do my best then. Yashiki, there's something I'd like to tell you. I've deciphered the book you gave me. I appreciate it. This book details an ancient M-Town ritual. Allow me to give you the gist. I jot down what Yasuoka says in my notebook. In the past, severe famine devastated M-Town. Residents of the town believed the fury of their deities, Mushigami and Kabigami, were the cause of the tragedy. Hence, shrines were built to worship the deities. Mushigami Shrine was located in downtown, while Kabigami Shrine was built in the Fox Forest. Mushigami Shrine and Kabigami Shrine are merely halls of worship for the two deities. One an insect deity, the latter a mold deity. The main shrine to both, Mushikabi, is located elsewhere. Mushikabi Shrine is located deep in the Fox Forest, off the road. Only relatives of the priest and Fox, the messenger, know how to get to the shrine. The departed's wedding was held when a great famine occurred in M-Town. Held to wish for the end of the famine, this is also a sacred wedding ceremony where the matched brides and grooms exchange vows before the two deities. This ritual was last held during the Meiji era, about 100 years ago. It's said the selected brides and grooms completed the ceremony at Mushikabi Shrine, and the Great Famine in M-Town finally came to an end. Because it is a holy ritual, the selection criteria for the brides and grooms was quite stringent. The grooms must be from the priest's family and have impeccable spiritual qualities. As for the brides, they must be pure maidens that come from a decent family. Furthermore, both of them have to be exceptional in all aspects, including their intelligence, lineage, and personality. Hence, the chosen brides and grooms are said to be blessed and are the envy of the town. After she's done explaining the contents of the book, I'm left speechless. Deities named for bugs and mold, the departed's wedding, the bride and the groom, and the selection. There are so many things in this book that overlap with the departed's actions and remarks. This book is definitely our way to find out the departed's true identity. Agreed. It feels as though we finally managed to get a real look at the departed's history. But Yasuoka holds her words, pondering. If there's something on your mind, just say it out loud, Yasuoka. Do you not find this strange? If the wedding ritual was a blessed event like the book said, how could the departed have been born? She has a point. Based on my previous interactions with spirits, they're birthed from grudges. This book probably only covers a sanitized version of the truth. If there's another part shrouded in the darkest abhorrence, that's the part you'll need to uncover. We already inspected Mushigami Shrine in the corridor, and Kabigami Shrine in the forest during our encounter with Mr. Kokiri. However, we didn't find any clues about the departed. The last one is Mushikabi Shrine, then. There might be something of note there. Mushikabi Shrine is located in the depths of the Fox Forest. We don't have time to explore the whole forest. Then our only choice is to ask the fox how to get there. Yasuoka is referring to the fox, the messenger of the gods mentioned in the book. There's a fox in the storage area of the science room, though it doesn't look like a messenger to me. I'm going to need to find another fox. Now that we have a plan, we can finally start the investigation. Yasuoka, Mashita, I know I need help, and this is quite a dangerous case. Why are you willing to help me out? The departed has transformed and grown stronger. They also refer to me as their husband. This is on another level than helping me deal with the spirits and the notices. I have no idea what will happen next. And yet, they've decided to jump into the hellhole alongside me. Where does that determination of theirs come from? This is my job. I believe it is my fate to save those who are terrorized by the wrath of the spirits. I've only lived this long because my purpose in the world of the living has not yet been completed. This is my job too, because the old hag here asked me to, and in a more literal sense, because I actually get paid to do it. The pay is worth the risk. Simple, straightforward answers. This is why I've placed my faith in them, a strong faith that can't be described in words. The simple ways they lead their lives makes me feel like I can trust them with mine. Thank you. Let's head out if we're done chatting. Yeah, let's go. Wait a minute, Mr. Yashiki. Can I come with you? Mashita, I need your advice. Do you really have to ask me, you idiot? Of course you can't come. Who in their right mind would bring a kid into the forest at night? You do make a good point. Stay put here, Dorio. But... You look awfully pale, Dorio. If you collapse, you'll only make things more difficult for Yashiki. Let's both wait here, alright? Understood. Dorio nods reluctantly at Yasuoka's insistence. Please be very careful, Mr. Yashiki. Let's bring an end to this stupid game, Yashiki. Like all the other victims, Michiho's corpse disappeared from inside the clock tower. I asked Mashita and Yasuoka to help me out. Mashita suspects Michiho might be the departed given their similarities. I need to investigate to see whether or not this theory is true. We needed information about Michiho to determine whether or not she was the departed. Upon inspecting her room, I learned she used to like frogs instead of bugs. Dorio told me she changed around the end of August. I bet that's when the departed killed Michiho and began masquerading as her. The book Yasuoka deciphered is information about a ritual called the Departed's Wedding in M-Town and the village deities, Ushigami and Kabigami. Bugs and mold played a big role. Mushikabi's shrine, where the ritual took place, is located deep in Fox Forest. We need to find a way into the main shrine. A fox, huh? There's an old guardian fox in the courtyard. Is that the one? Never would have expected that one of the student council kids would turn out to be the departed. Hey, Mashta, we still can't be sure yet. You're a trusting person, so of course you'll want to believe otherwise. I'll give you more time to think, but Yashiki, don't you dare look away from the truth. I don't want to end up cursing your name. Yeah, I know. There's no one here. That means no one will report anything, even if we wreak havoc on the school. No, don't do that. Is what I want to say, but just looking at the situation, honestly, anything can happen. Preparing yourself for the worst, huh? Well, I'm not gonna hold back either. When do you ever hold back, though? Hey, what are you examining now? We've already examined this place a lot of times. We won't get any new info. Are you trying to say it's going to take a lot of legwork to get more clues? Yep. Glad it's gotten through your skull. Thanks to a certain ex-detective's draconian training. Aw, that implies that there's a lot of, like, other cases that they worked on. That's neat. There haven't been any notices these days. They're not necessary anymore. Maybe we had a streak of luck to be able to build the school on this land. Alright, this is the only... A massive statue of the Guardian Fox stands here. It's darkened, which gives one the impression that it's been here for quite some time. A Guardian Fox, huh? I guess this could be called the Messenger of the Gods. You might find a clue to the location of the Mushikabi Shrine. You better inspect it. Bet this fox was originally put here to protect the Mushigami Shrine. While the fox is usually known as the messenger of Inari Shrine in other parts of Japan, I guess it's different in this area. I can't seem to find anything unusual about this even after I thoroughly inspect it. And it's not like this fox is just going to start talking. What do we do now? How long are you going to keep staring at that statue? You tried checking the pedestal? Oh, you're right. I direct my flashlight toward the weathered pedestal and inspect it, as Mashita watches with a look of annoyed disbelief. It looks like there are some letters written on the bottom part of the pedestal. This might lead us to the location of the shrine. Let's try to read it. I try reading the letters on the bottom of the pedestal. However... Damn, I can't read anything with all the mold covering it. The hell? Just brush it off then. I tried, but it didn't come off at all. I must be stuck on good since it's been growing undisturbed for so long. We need some mold remover. Damn it. We're encountering some really crappy things on this case. So where should we get some? Most stores are already closed for the night. Let's look around the school. They must have that kind of thing for cleaning. Though I didn't find any mold remover in the broom closet when I was investigating Hanako's case. And searching the entire school would definitely take some time. Maybe better ask someone who's familiar with the school first. Worst case scenario, we'll head all the way back to Kuja Mansion to grab something that'll do it. But, okay. Huh? What brought you back? We've encountered a bit of a problem and need your help. I tell her about the mold on the pedestal and ask if she knows where we can find some mold remover. Mold remover? I'm pretty familiar with the school, but I have no idea where they keep that. My apologies. At this rate, I really will have to go back to Kuja Mansion to get mold remover. Sorry for sticking my nose in, but is there any bleach around that you know of? Bleach? Mold remover and chlorine bleach have similar ingredients. Do you happen to know where the bleach is, Dorio? There should be a bottle in the student council room. I don't exactly remember where it is in the room, though. According to Dorio, there should be a bottle of bleach here somewhere. Let's get looking for it. No reason to dawdle. Well, it's probably in there, but...
よし。
On the desk, I find a notepad with something written on it. Will the next students' meeting be postponed due to recent events concerning the departed? What will happen to the clock tower project? I don't find any useful information.
よし。
There's nothing inside the trash can, though it smells really musty. I mean, I did see something in there. I'm pretty sure there was a manly soul there. There are several printouts on the whiteboard. One of them is about the clock tower. Yeah, we did read this again.
よし。
We've scoured the student council room, but we haven't found anything to remove that mold. Maybe it's inside here. I opened the door to find all sorts of miscellaneous stuff crammed inside. From a giant hole puncher and old notes to a certificate of commendation. I guess anything that isn't used often gets shoved into here. Among them is a bottle of liquid bleach. Judging by the weight, there seems to be plenty left.
これは。
Despite her meticulous personality, Dorio's probably not good at keeping this place organized. A dead dried frog corpse that was lying in the aquarium in Micho's room. When I found the frog, I heard a strange voice say, "Frogs drive away bugs." Bleach stored in the student council room. This solvent can even remove mold, according to the label. I opened the bleach bottle and poured the liquid onto the pedestal. Then I wait a bit before using my handkerchief to remove the mold. It doesn't come off completely, but it does a decent enough job that I can actually make out the letters. We should be able to read what's written on the pedestal now. The writing on the pedestal is apparently a poem that seems a bit like a nursery rhyme. The old writing style and weathering make reading it a bit more difficult task than I'd anticipated, but I managed to copy it into my notebook. Follow the fox's whine, inviting us to the shrine, but the path is blocked by the serpent rock. The beast behind the zodiac shall be the one to open the trek by imitating the serpent with its angry lament. What is the meaning of this rhyme? Maybe we can find out if we go to the Fox Forest. Ah, I see you've got a new transformation for that.
これは。
A traffic cone and barrier are blocking the way. Okay. We're coming down to the wire. Pull yourself together, Yoshiki. Hey, I gotta find the teeth, alright? Fox Forest is just beyond this gate. Ushikabi Shrine, where the departed's wedding is held, is located somewhere in this forest. Alright, Yoshiki. We don't know what kind of horrors are waiting for us in there. Hang on to this gun, but be very careful with it. Marshita hands me the paper bag again. It's heavy. Doubt I'll ever get used to this thing. You shouldn't. Let's go. Relying on the faint light from my flashlight, we tentatively step into the darkness of the forest. Mr. Kokiri is no longer here. However, a more terrifying spirit might have replaced him. As fear and tension build up inside my mind, beads of sweat start running down my cheeks. Hold on. Listen carefully. Do you hear that? I hear a faint moan. It doesn't make sense. Why are we hearing that here? I have a bad feeling about this. Hurry up! Mashita and I run over to the source of the sound. This better not be a naked lady. After a while, I arrive at an open area full of trees. There. I know it. I find Sakamoto in a horrible state. Sakamoto, what's happening to you? You all... Did some insanely big bug chew you up or something? What the heck happened to you? Are you, perhaps, Lord Ushigami? Come again? What are you saying? It's no use. She's clearly not in her right mind. Now, for fuck's sake, is there even anything we can do for her? Sakamoto suddenly screams. At that moment, the bugs clinging to her launch an attack. Damn, what are we gonna do, Yashiki? We're in deep shit if we have to keep dealing with this. While I think she might be too far gone to save, I hope we can at least do something for her. Whether what's happening to Sakamoto now is a paranormal phenomenon or a mere hallucination, maybe we can return Sakamoto to her senses. The report, the dried up frog. I swear this is for content, alright? Can we do it together, Mashita? Fine. With Mashita using his own gun and me using the gun from the suspicious bag, we try shooting the insects. Oh my god. We close in on the bugs to avoid hurting Sakamoto, each of us getting within point-blank range of one. Then we swiftly pull our triggers in unison. The bullet explodes the insect's head. Nice one. However, instead of fleeing, the insects all attack me at once. These bugs will take us down in no time if this keeps up. We need a different approach. Here, have this dried up frog. Here, have this frog. I grabbed the dried up frog and thrust it toward the bugs latched onto Sakamoto. I remember hearing frog drives away bugs or something. This might work. I bring the frog closer to the bugs. When I do that, the bugs pull back as if they're retreating from the frog. Nice. Looks like it's working. But even though the bugs try to avoid the frog, they still don't leave Sakamoto. I mean, she is cracking at the seams. I successfully intimidated the bugs, but this is still getting us nowhere. We unfold Sakamoto's report and read it out loud so that she can hear. I mean, how the hell would you fail that? I mean, like, sorry. I mean, doing what I'm doing right now and failing to read scripts, I guess. We carefully read the report out loud, speaking loudly and clearly. Sakamoto isn't responding much, though I can tell that she's listening. Is there still a glimmer of her consciousness left? If so, our voices might still reach her. Remember, Sakamoto. Yeah, this is the report you wrote. Huh? Is that my... But why is it? Looks like Sakamoto's returned to his senses a little bit. Okay, and now we use the frogs. Or not, I guess. Why am I... Sakamoto murmurs, stupefied. Legs are sticking out of the large holes in her head and chest. If this were a normal situation, those wounds would have killed her long ago. However, she's still talking. This is probably another instance of the departed's curse. Mr. Yashiki. Her remaining left eye fixes its gaze upon me. I guess she's recognized me. She's well beyond saving at this point, though maybe I can still ask some questions. Tell me where the main shrine is. You went there, didn't you? The main shrine is beyond the Serpent Rock. There make the bloody red, pure blue. I'm just speechless. Like a puppet whose strings have been cut, Sakamoto collapses on the spot. She stops moving, and... instantly, insects swarm her body. They begin to devour her before my very eyes. Stop it! I tried to kick the insects off of her. This is futile. There's no way these bugs can be stopped. Please, stop. Stop this! I can't bear to watch someone I knew get consumed by insects bit by bit. In the end, I have to avert my eyes. Once the insects finish eating her body, they scatter into the dark forest. There's not a trace of Sakamoto's remains, bones or clothes left. Why? Sakamoto? Didn't that teacher try to railroad you out of the school? The departed doesn't want you to leave. That probably led to her being cursed. Sakamoto was cursed by the departed. That probably explains why she'd gone mad in the middle of writing her report, hearing a voice in her head the way Izumi had. It was all because of her hostility toward me. It was because she got mixed up with me. If I wasn't here, then Sakamoto would... Let's pump the brakes on that right now. I am not a priest, so I'm not here to listen to your pitiful wailing and offer you repentance. But maybe that woman was actually saved. Otherwise, she wouldn't have regained her sanity on the brink of death. And she wouldn't have been able to leave that hint for you, either. I recall Sakamoto's last words. The main shrine is beyond the Serpent Rock. There make the bloody red pure blue. The latter half is a mystery to me, but I've got an idea where she was referring to in the first half. Serpent Rock is also written on the Fox pedestal. Is that rock the key to the main shrine? We are... Know your resentment. What was that voice just now? That bridal procession. Hey, you seeing visions again? Did you take Fox Lakata again? Yeah. Wow, that's a pretty handy way to gather information, seeing as our investigation so far is going nowhere fast. So, what did you see? I relayed the details about the scene I saw and what the voice told me. I see. If the description in the old book is right, that sounds like the departed's wedding. So you're saying I saw the past? The bridal procession went through the forest. I guess they must have been heading toward Mushikabi Shrine. Who'd the voice belong to, though? I have no idea, but... know your resentment isn't the type of thing you say during a happy occasion. I knew it. There's something darker behind it. If we follow the bridal procession and head to Mushikabi Shrine, which is located somewhere deep in the forest, will we finally be able to find out the truth about the departed's wedding? Okay, so those have no meaning anymore. The shrine grounds look the same as before. This used to be Kabigami Shrine, not the Mushikabi Shrine we're looking for. An unpleasant flapping sound surrounds us. Shimio, is that you? Look at all these insects. Ashta waves his hand trying to drive them off. But the flying insects show no sign of scattering. They're so frickin' annoying. Let's get the hell out of here, Hayashiki. Agreed. We walk back to the path nearby. I feel something hard beneath the sole of my shoe. I lift my foot and look at the ground. There's something sitting there. Yes, it pays to backtrack and look at everything. I knew it. I find something glowing inside the firebox with the stone lantern. Intrigued, I peer into the firebox. Inside clumps of mold are growing, almost looking like moss. It's a strange sight. Black and red mold are intermingled, making it look poisonous. Sure, is this a vision of hell or something? I spot a small object within. This is what was reflecting the light. Except I need to put my hand into these ominous mounds of mold to pick it up. Do it. Don't be a coward. I slowly put my hand into the firebox. Slow but careful, I try to avoid the mold. Ugh. My fingers ended up touching the mold. It feels muggy, but it's not indescribable. I get goosebumps all over my body. Ugh. repressing the urge to immediately pull my hand back to extract said item buried in the mold. I managed to pull it out. It's an eerie tooth. I wipe my hand thoroughly with the handkerchief and make a mental note to wash both my hand and the handkerchief later. Which I'm gonna save first, because I don't want to have to go through this whole experience. Maybe it's talking about mold. An eerie voice has been ringing in my ears for quite some time. The further we walk down the path, the louder the chant-like sounds become. Does the cause of the spiritual phenomenon lie ahead? Yeah, last time I yanked on this rope, a gigantic rock is sitting in front of us. A thick, sacred rope is wrapped around the rock. It's not resembling a snakehead. This might be the serpent rock Sakamoto was talking about. But what do we do now? Rock and serpent. Serpent rock. Rock and stone, everyone! Now that I think about it, Serpent Rock was also part of the rhyme written on the Guardian Fox's platform. I opened my notebook and checked the rhyme. If it's blocked, the beast behind the zodiac shall be the one to open the track, by imitating the serpent with its angry lament. Follow the wine, inviting us to the shrine. Path is blocked by the Serpent Rock. This is probably a clue how to get there. So if we go down this path, the beast behind the zodiac shall be the one to open the track, by imitating the serpent with its angry lament. Open the path, that means we have to do something here. The main point here is the beast behind the zodiac. Until we can solve this riddle, we have no idea how to proceed. So, what animal is the beast? I tell Masha the answer I come up with. Nah, I don't think so. What would make that the beast behind the zodiac? What do you think then? Hold on, I'm thinking. Ashta takes out his cigarette and lights it. He then starts pacing back and forth. This must be what he does when he's thinking hard about something. Ah, so I had a chance to impress Mashta. He makes me wait until he finishes smoking an entire cigarette. This is just my guess. But I think the beast is the cat. Why a cat? I'm guessing it's because it's before this? Oh, come on. Remember the 12 zodiac animals? Rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, and so on. According to the myth, when they were deciding on zodiac animals, the cat was late to the meeting, so it didn't get chosen. You must have heard that story before. I can't say that I have. Well, what about the lament part? Maybe the path will open up if we imitate a cat's meow or something. Why a meow? Well, if I know, human common sense doesn't apply to spirit logic. Come on, Yashiki. Give it a try. But fine. Doesn't seem like it accomplished anything at all. Bro. I see. So simply imitating a cat isn't enough. The path won't open without a cat's meow. That sounds like it's imitating an angry snake. I don't get it. What we need is the sound of an angry cat that is trying to imitate a menacing snake. Yeah, that's not helping me. I can't even imagine what that would sound like. Seeing my confusion, Mashta shrugs his shoulders dejectedly. Like this. This is the best chapter. 10 out of 10. What? Yashiki? This place is... Are we back where we started? No, the wizards have let us in. Or the druids? I don't know. The atmosphere here is different, though. Spider lilies are blooming prolifically. Mushrooms glowing faintly. Everything looks surreal. As far as I can tell, I'm alive, but I feel like I'm lost in the afterlife. Have we perhaps made it to the hidden path to Mushikabi Shrine? What are you spacing out on me for? Save all the brain work for later. We won't last long at this rate. Yeah. The area is filled with the curse's power. Where's the source of this power? I need to get rid of it immediately. Numerous mushrooms on the trunk are glowing green. I don't think the rid of the curse is here. I mean, come on. We have, like, 50 seconds. A guardian fox with flowers in its mouth. It looks like the one in the schoolyard. Maybe there are some secrets lying here. Let's take a closer look. The guardian fox has a blue spider lily in its mouth. Okay, I'm gonna assume it's for later. A cursed tooth is lying on the floor. Time to destroy the damn thing. Raising my foot, I step on the tooth. The cursed tooth shatters into pieces. Strange. The curse doesn't abate. Frick. How's that possible? It's gotta mean the tooth you stepped on wasn't the cause of this curse. We gotta find the real cause then. Okay. I can't do anything with that. I can't do anything with that. Blue spider lily. Okay, that got me. I hear the piercing, high-pitched cry of a beast somewhere. Chills run down my body. An ominous sense of terror is racing through my veins. This uncomfortable feeling only grows stronger as I explore further down the path. Oh, okay, well... Oh, thank goodness. I see traces of animal tracks near the bushes beside the guardian fox. There might be something ahead. Are you... A severe chill and overwhelming pressure instantly vanish. Is that because the curse is no longer active? What is this place anyway? A mysterious area filled with blue flowers and a rustic-looking tomb in the center. This has to have some important meaning. I'd better inspect it thoroughly. Sadako, is that you? An old well surrounded by blue spider lilies. Why is it here? I have a bad feeling about this. Be careful if you want to inspect it, Yashiki. Nodding to Mashita, I make up my mind and approach the well. Then, I timidly peer inside. There, I find... a bunch of rocks and stones. That's all. Well, thank goodness my hunch was wrong. What a disappointment.
これは
Two headstones with some words carved into them. The etching on one grave has withered so much that it's basically unreadable, but at least it still has a few letters here and there. The other has scarcely any trace left that it ever said anything to begin with. An eerie voice is ringing in my ears again. Know your resentment? Could this voice belong to one of the spirits resting here? Whose graves are they, though? If only we could find out who the owners of these tombs are. Let's investigate. Blue spider lilies are growing in clumps. Spider lilies are usually red, though there are white and yellow varieties. However, blue spider lilies don't exist naturally. These might be mystical flowers that only bloom on this mysterious hidden path. Okay, I'm taking this. I pluck a blue spider lily and put it in my bag. My eyes are fixed on the tomb, though I can barely make out anything due to how faint these letters are. Maybe I can deduce what's written on the stone if I run my fingers over it and feel for the indentations. Focusing my attention on the tip of my finger, I attempt to slowly trace the letters. I see. On the left is Gur, and the right one is probably N? Or maybe an M. I'm pretty sure this is a word. What could it be? This must be groom. I give an answer in my mind. What? Did the spirit of this tomb just respond to my answer? If the owner of this grave is the spirit of a headless man in a wedding suit, is the one buried here one of the bridegrooms who died an unnatural death? I hear the sound of something small rolling around near the tomb. I pick it up. It's an eerie tooth.
よし、いけそうだ。
And with that, all lost souls in this chapter have been obtained. New information will be added to the character file at a specified time after the end of the chapter. Okay, yeah, this is the last chapter. We are done with this. A favorite bag of a Heian-era sage who called themselves the deity of learning. It requires a lot of lost souls, but is worth the expense. And boy, is it worth it. Maybe I can move forward now? Okay, this was not here before. I swear it wasn't. The Guardian Fox has a red spider lily in its mouth. Wait, this isn't a red spider lily. It's a blue spider lily that's been dyed red using blood. I replaced the blood-stained spider lily in the fox's mouth with the blue spider lily. The malicious spiritual phenomenon in this place has subsided. Man, this is really pretty, though. Like, green, glowing mushrooms, spider lilies everywhere. It's neat.
Oi.
Even without a curse, this shrine's still creepy as hell. At the end of the hidden path, I find the grounds of a shrine, surrounded by trees. Unlike the shrine on the main path, which is completely gone, crumbling remnants of this shrine remain. Is this the main shrine? The Mushikabi shrine? Resentment was born in this land. I feel the blood drain from my face when I hear that admonishing tone, the same voice I heard at the forest entrance and at the tomb. Will we uncover the owner of that voice if we investigate this place? Darkness surrounds the back of the bushes, only the occasional rustling of the leaves can be heard. The crumbling shrine's remains are at the back of the grounds. The darkness of the wood makes it apparent that this shrine was built a long time ago. If this place really is Mushikabi Shrine, the departed's wedding took place here, right? Yeah. Here, where Mushigami and Kabigami were enshrined. The chosen bride and groom held a sacred wedding as they wished for the famine in M-Town to end. You've probably guessed it, Yoshiki, but doesn't it seem likely that the departed is actually the spirit of the bride? And they're obsessed with marriage. It must be tied to that wedding ritual. My guess is, something happened during the ritual that is the source of her grudge. That makes a lot of sense. That being said, we need to learn what happened in this place. We'll never be able to exterminate the departed unless we learn the truth of what happened in the past, and the origin of her resentment. Let's hope there are some clues left. Hope? Heh. Don't make me laugh. Here's some words of wisdom for you. Truth is something you should reel in with brute force. When I take a closer look at the ruined shrine, I notice there's something buried here. Is that a wooden box? Going inside to collect it is a risky proposition. What should I do? Throw caution to the wind and claim it? Yes, this is my box now. Mashita, I'm going to get that wooden box. Seriously? I'll go get it. With your reflexes, you'll be trapped in there if the roof collapses. Mashita steps into the shrine via a gap in the fallen roof. Cautiously avoiding the decaying pillars and floor, he proceeds slowly. But are you alright, Mashita? Quit making a fuss over nothing. I just hit my hand. Okay, this is the one you wanted, right? Mashita returns with a Polonia box in hand. He then puts it down on the ground. This is the only thing that stood out to me. Everything else in there is just broken pots and altars. Hurry up and open it, Yoshiki. Inside the box are a vermilion ink, palette, and a bundle of paper. While the ink might be old, the container was sealed, so it should still be usable. The paper's yellowing, so it must have been down there for quite a long time. There are some red stains on it as well. Those look more like blood than ink, though. There's something written on the paper. Read it. I can't read it quickly. It's written in old script, and I can't make it out. We'd better have Yasuoka do it. The hell? You're just gonna keep me in suspense? Okay, how about the stuff on the first 3 papers? On those names? Fine, I'll read it. Toolbox, Mushigami Groom. Suguo Kirajima, Head. Kabigami Groom, Jiro Uchikoshi, Head. There's 2 grooms? The part mentioning heads is stained with blood, making it difficult to decipher. The heck is that head part? No idea. I'll read the second and third sheets. Marriage, Kabigami Bride, Mikiko Mayumura. Mushigami Bride, Michiyo Mayumura. The ceremony will be held on year XX, month XX, day XX. Mushigami Shrine Priest Ujiteru Izumi and 6 others. There are thumbprints next to the 3 names. That's what the vermilion ink must have been used for. The priest's last name is Izumi. Is that just a coincidence? Mikiko Mayumura and Michiyo Mayumura. Are they the brides for the departed's wedding? If this ceremony is the genesis of the departed's resentment, one of them might have died a horrible death and become the departed. Which one of them, then? Oh, is that, Know your resentment. With us, brides. 11 damage? What? I have finished with the toolbox. Next step is preparing for the wedding. No. Stop. A vision is projected into my mind. Several men are holding down 2 women in a dimly lit room. Those men are putting horrifying insects and mold on the bodies of the 2 women? And in the back, there's a small offering stand with the heads of 2 men placed on it. The women let out pained groans. Keep your makeup on, now. The men continue to apply the disgusting makeup in silence. The woman on the left is covered in mold, while the one on the right is riddled with bugs. The porcelain skin has been made filthy. The women scream and contort. However, the men prevent them from escaping. Do not struggle. Do not scream. Your stamina is essential for the ceremony. Hours, days, weeks from now, we shall paint you with the color of bugs and mold, so you shall be suitable brides for the deities. You,
嘘つき
her voice is mixed with pain and anger. And yet, her words don't register with the men at all as they continue to smear bugs and mold onto them with expressionless faces. Spend your days covered in bugs and mold, eating bugs and mold. Your organs shall be infused with mold, and the cavities in your body shall be filled with insects. It will be as if you have departed from this world. Lord Mushigami and Kabigami should be delighted to see how beautiful their brides are. What the... What? We're alive, yet we're rotting. Our porcelain skin turns black as mold. Our hair becomes the color of a silkworm's cocoon.
痛い
The suffering is the pledge of a happy couple. No, no, no. This isn't the pledge I hoped for. I shall never forget this. Everyone in this village. Even if I die and become the departed. I shall kill you.
呪って
I shall put a curse upon you. As my vision starts to blur, I regain my senses. However, my breathing is ragged, and my body is trembling uncontrollably. I felt this intense loathing flowing through me when the vision came in. It's all their fault. Hey, why are you shaking so much? What happened? Ashita, I think I know the origin of the departed's resentment. What did you say? The departed? Since when did you get here? Like an insect, the departed wriggles their way closer. It's like the time when I killed Michiho. But why are they here? Does this place really hold meaning for them? My dear husband. Despite the transformation, their nickname for me remains the same, as well as their obsession toward me. The departed. Forcing myself to suppress my fear and propel words out of my mouth. There's something I want to ask them. You... Are you Michiho? So you saw the ugly part of me. Hey, answer me. Are you really Michiho? Forget the ugly me. I shall be more beautiful soon. For you, dear husband. That's not what I want to hear. Answer my question. Who are you? Are you Michiho? Or... Calm down, Yashiki. We can't communicate with the dead. You know that. Thanks, Mashita. For frick's sake, are you trying to get yourself killed? Get your crap together and prepare yourself. Got it? Okay. What? I am the one who should be standing next to my husband. You are a hindrance. Mashta clutches his chest as he lets out a painful groan. Are they going after Mashta? Mashta! They're really messing with me. The departed harbors hostile feelings toward Mashta. Mashta will be in danger if we confront the departed now. Then again, our opponent for this battle is the departed. There's no way we'll be able to run away from them easily. If we're going to run away, I need to create an opening. What am I gonna do? Like, walk up to them and embrace them? Look.
これでどうだ？了解した。
Can we do it together, Mashta? Fine. Mashta pulls out his gun, and I grab the gun from the suspicious bag. We try shooting the departed. And there's no guarantee the gun will have any effect on the departed. Pointing our guns at the departed's huge body, we swiftly pull our triggers. Enough of this nonsense. Take this! The bullet seems to hit the departed's body. Nice one. They might like me a lot, but maybe that love isn't strong enough to survive an attack? Dear husband. The departed sounds sad, and their breathing becomes unsteady. That seems to have made them feel a bit uneasy. What? Sure, why not? Did you do something bad in your past life or what? This shithead is clearly head over heels in love with you. I guess they are. What is this bastard trying to be sexy for? The departed furiously shrieks after hearing Mashta's insult. Then, they slowly approach us. The departed can't maintain their composure. That causes the thing hidden behind their huge body, something resembling a face, to become exposed. Damn. Well, we managed to get them riled up, but now they're closing in. True, except the target is apparently me. When the time comes, I'll lure them to me. Use that chance to escape. That's madness! If you do that, you will... No. We need to create an opening to escape. I ain't letting... Shoot the ankle of the thorns to the face. I ain't letting you die, Mashta. I pulled the gun out of the bag and tried to take a shot at the departed's face. I'm not giving up on you, buddy. But the gun's oddly oriented when I reach into the bag, and as a result, I drop it on the ground. Aiming the gun at the departed's face, I squeeze off a shot. The bullet seems to hit the departed in what appears to be their face. Nice shot. I can't imagine anything that would set someone off more than being hit in the face, especially by their beloved. The departed is apoplectic? They scream in rage. What are these fancy words you're using? I wanted to make them really distraught, but I think I pissed them off instead. However, what's happening? Unable to control their emotions, the departed lets out a scream that pierces the sky. They stagger backward, trying to hide their face. Dear husband, liar. Liar, 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 liar. God damn it, this nutjob sure has some crazy mood swings, huh? Well, I think we managed to provoke them. Survived? If you can call this survival. Alright, this is our chance to run away. Time to go. True, but we should split up to make sure that at least one of us gets out of here. But no time to complain. Just do it. I'll cut through the forest. You follow the path. Understood? Before I can even reply, Mashta has already run into the woods, avoiding the departed. Upon seeing that, the departed shrieks in rage. Chasing after Mashta, they disappear into the woods. The departed and Mashta have vanished. A sense of hopelessness and loss swell up inside me anew. Again, I was powerless to do anything. Mashta. How about we go back to the infirmary for now? We need to fill Yasuoka in on this. Mary? This sound, and this presence. The female doll is standing as she always does. I've arrived back here, near the clock tower. It's all over. The school, you, everyone. Attacked by Mushikabi, bitten by them, eaten. Like us. What do you mean, like us? Do you remember that day we were eaten by Mushikabi? We became one. Mushikabi, scary, scary. Wait, what did she say just now? They were bitten by Mushikabi? Don't tell me this doll is. But is it really? None of the intense hatred I felt earlier is coming from this doll. Instead, I sense confusion and fear. I'm begging you, please tell me. Who are you? We... This bell sound is... Hey, don't you pull a Mary on me. The female doll screams and disappears. I recall what she just said. It's all over. The school, you, everyone. You'll be attacked by Mushikabi, bitten by them, eaten. It sounds really ominous, but what does it mean? I have a bad feeling about this. Better head back to the infirmary immediately. Alright, I'll take your suggestion. Well, crap. What in the world? Even the lights in the special building have turned red. Is it the same for the infirmary? As I feared, the infirmary is also bathed in red light. And the two people who I left here are nowhere to be found. Dorio! Yasuoka! There's no response. Has the departed come here again? At that time, the departed left a notice targeting the student council on the desk. And given previous events. I knew it. There's another notice from them. The notice is the departed sent to test their candidate for a husband. Except they already consider me their real husband. How else do they want to test me now? Dear husband, the day to exchange vows has arrived. I shall be waiting for you under the oath bell. Please come after you count 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. After that, in the Red Wedding Hall, please call the name of your bride, who is hiding in school. Your beloved, the departed. The words 2 and 4 are written upside down. Exchange of vows, oath bells, ceremony hall. Do these phrases refer to a wedding ceremony? Wait, that voice. Yasuoka! I rush over and find Yasuoka lying under the bed. She's unconscious, but she doesn't appear to have any sustained injuries. Hang in there, Yasuoka. Yeah, Shiki. Are you alright? Yes, more or less. What in the world happened to you? I don't know. I was talking with Dorio, and then suddenly my head started spinning, and I just lost consciousness. Where's Dorio? My apologies. I don't know. Perhaps she has been taken by the departed, like I and Sho. Dorio. I have to hurry and look for her. But I'll only be killed if I chase after the departed now. I'd die a pointless death without saving anyone. And this will be a battle against the departed, and there's a key to clear their grudge. I'll only stand a chance against them if I can find that key. I need to calm down. I should show Yasuoka the paper bundles I received from the forest that I couldn't read. There might be clues in them. We're in the final stage. You look like you have many things you want to talk about. I know you're anxious and impatient right now, but can you please just tell me what happened? Disappearance? Where is Mashita, by the way? Why are you alone? About that. I tell her about how the departed targeted Mashita and they both disappeared. Oh, I see. Because of me, Mashita is... Do not blame yourself. Mashita was simply living life according to his own rules. He shouldn't have any regrets. What rules? To live the life of an officer. Even after he quit, he couldn't run away from his destiny. Ashita's a tenacious man who would do anything to solve a case. Despite that, he never allowed himself to forget his past life as a cop. Those were his rules. Then that means... I get it, Ashita. I'll give it my all and focus on solving this case. That's what you want, right? Yasuoka, when did the light here turn red? I noticed it as I started to lose consciousness. The departed's curse seems to have enveloped the entire school. This is the worst. We don't know what'll happen. But why now? If the cause is the same as last time, perhaps the departed has transformed again. That means... did they consume something again? Possibly. What did they consume then? Say, Yasuoka. Can you decipher these papers for me? I believe this is about the departed's wedding, but it's an old script. And I'm sure this has something to do with the departed's grudge. Sure. There's not much here, so it shouldn't take long. Wait a spell. I attempt to calm myself down while Yasuoka reads.